We're here with Cub Swanson at the UFC 227 Media Day, and not fight-related. We've been talking to a lot of fighters about life after fighting, and you seem to be a guy that we have to talk to. You set up a lot of businesses. You have a new daughter. What would you tell these younger fighters, like say Jose Shorty Torres, only been fighting for 3 years, that he has to start now for his life after fighting?
Yeah, I mean, I've had some great mentors, and my manager being one. He's always told me since day one, you have to look at it as like, you know, say if you get drafted in the NFL, it's not like, man, I made it, I'm set for life. It could be the case if you're smart about it, but most likely it's like, okay, this is my foundation. You're building a house, right? So me fighting in the sport, me being in the spotlight, this is my foundation. And everything I do after fighting is going to be building off of that, right? So I'm just trying to make my foundation as big as possible, as sturdy as possible, and then what comes after fighting is me building what comes next. And that's kind of been my philosophy.
Are you more in the approach of investing in these businesses coming up or starting your own? I know you had the coffee, I know you had the shirt, but which direction? Or is it both now at this point?
Right now it's just investing in companies because I don't have the time,
Sure.
you know, so it's about I can't be there all the time. I can't do that. So it's like partnering up with people, investing little bits here and there. Because you ask any financial advisor, they're going to say diversify. So you don't know what's hot and what's not in that moment. So you just invest here and there, and you really dabble in things. And but once I started having a daughter, and now I got the twins on the way, I really had to reevaluate. Okay, what's my return? How much time am I investing in each thing, and is it worth my time? So that made me take another step. And once I'm done fighting, I'll be able to invest my time a lot. But as of right now, I need partners. I need people to help me out. And if I can partner up with businesses and try things like this and that, I'll be able to have a better understanding of what I really want to do after.
Have you invested in anything that has taken off, like any big winners?
I mean, Virus, the clothing line, they're pretty big. And, I was their first athlete, and they gave me a very small piece of the company, and because they couldn't afford to pay me, and we've just been very loyal to each other, and they've had huge growth.
And we'll end on this. A lot's been made about new weight classes. Kevin Lee wants 165.
Yeah.
There's a 195. Are you in favor of that?
100%. I think there's 45ers that are be more likely like myself. I'd be more open to moving up to 55 and taking fights and just kind of having fun with that. It'd be exciting matchups there. But it's the guys like Kevin Lee or the guys that are just huge, walking around 200 pounds, that it's like, man, well, I don't want the UFC to be like, oh, now you got to fight this guy, because they're just a little too big. So I think that if they made the 65, 75 weight classes, that the fighters would kind of even out, and the guys that are doing the crazy drastic weight cuts will kind of move up naturally. And I think it just makes for more fights to make, because guys will be able to switch weight classes more often, and those exciting matchups that we never thought would exist.